hear myself. As we welcome you outside here to the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex for this afternoon's round one matchup in the CCAC Conference Tournament between the Governor State Jaguars entering as a 7th seed as they make the trip up from University Park, Illinois to take on the number 2 seed Viterbo V-Hawks here on the V-Hawk Sports Network. I'm Cooper Lipsky. Glad you could join us here on this weekday, this Wednesday afternoon for some tournament soccer, as both sides ready to rock and roll in this one. Full slate of action here today in the CCAC when it comes to conference tournament play, but all of those matches taking place at 6 o'clock or later tonight. Out of the 4, this one the only one during the middle part of the day. Bodes well for Viterbo. They have not lost to a CCAC opponent here at home this season. They're looking to continue that streak here this afternoon. Take a look at the starting 11 for Governor State. In his 7th season, Matt Egert will line up his side as such, with Gallego in goal, with Sibai, Schelsinger, and Antonio, the back defensive three. Then Inga, only making his second start this season, alongside Matzo, Mendez, and Berghardt, with up front the attacking three being Barambos, Deward, and Jaimes in this one. For Viterbo, under Roberto Yepes in his third season, we've got a change in goal with Costas Tashide being the man in goal after Peter Caleno picking up a red card in the last away match of the season, negating him from playing in this one. So new goaltender in for the Viterbo side in this one. The back line of Ethan Stewart, Viterbo, Puertas, Holstein, and Torres, with a midfield of Ketsuk and Paquet Oliveira, up front being Joaquin Eichhorn, Sebastian Acosta, and Ronmel Alfaro. And that is how the side looks here in this one. Governor State has never lost to Viterbo all time in their 4 total matches. They have drawn once, and that was last season right here at the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex, 1-1. Governor State coming off of a season last year where they won the whole thing, won the conference tournament, won the regular season, made it to the second round of the NAIA National Tournament, and have been on a little bit of a downslide this season, only picking up 4 victories in conference play, 5 in the overall record. But they come in playing their best football of the season. Winners of 3 of their last 5, most recently coming off of a 5-0 loss at the hands of the Trinity Christian Trolls. They look to continue their winning ways in the tournament, however, as they have not lost in conference against Olivet Nazarene. So lucky for them, they will not have to face them here, at least in the first round and the second round. But of course, eyes on that final between the 1 seed and the 2 seed. Viterbo and the home whites getting ready to rock and roll. They'll kick this one off to begin. They'll be moving from left to right on your screen. As for Governor State in the all-orange kits, they'll be moving from right to left. So here we are, off and running from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. The wind coming across the pitch from the far side right to us up here. So make those corners on the far side of the pitch, and those crosses have a little bit more loft on it, I suppose, in this one. But you couldn't ask for a better day for some conference tournament soccer. Played out to the near side to Berghardt. Berghardt in control. Room to run up the left sideline. He'll try sliding this ball forward. Viterbo unable to get to it as this one's fired well out of play, and a result in a goal kick for Tashide. But not a cloud in the sky here at the Outdoor Athletic Complex for this round 1 quarterfinal match. Ball slung forward, somehow finds its way through to Acosta, tries to get it out wide to Alfaro. Gives it right back. Now gives it back to Torres, who plays it even deeper here to Viterbo. Making only his 3rd start of the season, Diego Viterbo has appeared in 14 up to this point. This one played to the far side of the pitch. On the run, trying to get past his defender. Is Barambos right in front of goal, and he's able to slip it in. Two minutes into the match, and Governor State have taken a 1-goal lead here early on. These two teams faced earlier this season. It was 3-1 Governor State at the end of the first half in a match they would go on to win 5-3. That first goal came in the 7th minute of that contest. Already off and running here from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. For Tashide has not made a start in quite a while, but was featured in that match against Judson. Coming on in for the red card of Peter Caleno. As Torres gets thrown down, and a foul called against Dewart racing forward. course, total of 10 yellow cards dispersed in that first match against these two this season back on October 22nd. Of course, that one was played in University Park, Illinois. As Puertas trying to move this ball forward. Too much left on it, and it'll be cleared out of play. Heading towards the parking lot. But already 1-0 in favor of the visiting side here to begin. Ketchuk tries to head the ball forward. Jamies slides it forward here to Dewart. Dewart flips it back. Tries to get it forward once again to Mendez. And Ted Holstein will have to clear it out. Ketchuk can't corral it, however, but now he'll take it away. Room to run up the left side. Try to feed it forward to Joaquin Eichhorn. Be out of play. Attacking the shed over there on the far side. For Viterbo this season, their best season in the CCAC with a second place finish. 7 wins, 3 losses, no draws in conference play. In fact, to start the season, a very, very good start. As they went 6-1-2 from August to the end of September before a 4-4-0 record in October and the 1 game in November. All against conference opponents, well, one of which being against Columbia, Missouri, not a conference opponent. That was at the start of October. But Pedro Mendez able to get on the board to make it 1-0 in favor of the Jaguars here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. We've had quite a few dramatic finishes here from the Viterbo side at home. Forget the senior day victory over Holy Cross and the last-minute header by Joaquin Eichhorn as he tries taking it up the left side of the pitch. This one slipped back. Eichhorn trying to sling it forward. Recently against Trinity Christian. Goal scored by Alvaro Piquet Oliveira, which ended up getting him the Offensive Player of the Week honors in the conference this past weekend. Stewart tries to flip it forward. He'll be headed out of play by Schelsinger. Governor saying coming off of that incredible season last year, finally getting over the hump. They'd finished second quite a few times behind Olivet Nazarene as well as Cardinal Stritch in years prior, till finally putting together a masterful 8-0-2 2024 season. Winning the conference double, the regular season title and the conference tournament title as Stewart tries to flip this one forward to Ketchuk. Be taken away, floated back to Barambos. Try to get it out wide here as the ball deflected. Finds Alfaro, tries to slide the ball forward to Eichhorn on the run. Ball be lifted to the left side near the out-of-bounds marking as Berghard takes it up the wing. Slides it into Inga. Trying to get to the far side, just a little, not enough on it, but as Stewart tried to take it forward, it's taken away. Here's Inga again in the midfield. Gets it out wide here to Berghard. Slides a ball forward as Tashida able to get to it. He'll try to swing it out quickly as he'll find Acosta. Sebastian Acosta, one of the top assisters in the conference this season. 8. Which places him second as ball launched forward as Eichhorn will have a foul called against him. About 8 minutes played here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. 1-0, a second-minute goal from Pedro Mendez to put the Jaguars in front. Staying true to history as Viterbo as we mentioned, have never beaten the Jaguars on the men's side. The Viterbo women's side falling in their first round clash against St. Ambrose. Ball's tossed in, headed up in the air, comes down. Trying to flick it forward. The back defensive four here for Viterbo, and Stewart will clear this one out of play. For Governor State, losing guys like Javier Losa, Diego Oliveira. He goes down. Ball almost comes loose as Inga able to get onto it. Immediately plays it out wide here. Mendez trying to get past Viterbo. He will. And a great stop there by Marcelo Puertas, the captain of the side, as he's been all season long. Played down to Eichhorn here, a leading goal scorer on the Viterbo side. Ever since Jokubis Jankowskis went down early in the season. Well, not too early. Made it against that match against Oliver Nazarene before he got injured. Really hurt the attacking chances, or the attacking presence for Viterbo up front, but they have mustered victories without him up front. But one of those things where it's a lot better to have him than it is to not have him. I mean, he was a very talented soccer player, even playing for the Lithuanian national team at the under-19 Euro qualifiers. So missing his presence. Another foul called. Result in a free kick here for Governor State. As we mentioned, 1-0 in favor of Governor State. A second-minute goal dispatched by Pedro Mendez early on in this one. Mendez netting only his third goal this season. First here in conference tournament play. As Barambos stands over this ball. Governor State trying to go up early, make that deficit a little bit larger, as he's going to fire this one in the parking lot. Almost hit my car over there. It's going to make its way to the bus. Say he puts in that little opening over there, right, where the one panel is up. That would have been something. Eichhorn hustling after it. Will be paid back to Gallego. Torres trying to head it forward. Berghardt tries to wrap some goals in that one. Headed forward. The offside flag stays down as Alfaro tries to cut his way through the back line. Eichhorn remains on it. Now a foul called. And it will be against Governor State. Pretty good spot for a free kick here for Viterbo, just outside the 18-yard box. That little half circle. A couple of the Viterbo defenders back by midfield discussing strategy. Sebastian Acosta will stand over this one. Although one player forward for Governor State. As Gallego shifting his wall the way he wants it. The only orange kit not near that, or inside the box, is that of Mattia Mazzo, freshman from Rome, Italy. Has Acosta trying to get one over the wall and draw even here. About the 14th minute of the contest. His team down by a goal. Acosta runs up to it. Tries to curve it around. Looks like deflected off the wall. Roll out of play. It'll be a corner here for Viterbo. Acosta will immediately make his way over to it. It's where he makes his money on these corners. Dynamite all season long. Costa also had an assist against Governor State back in 2023. He'll play this one quickly, comes in, headed on and in! Ted Holstein makes it 1-1 here in the first half of about the 17th minute. Talk about how well Sebastian Acosta has been. Ball played into the box here, trying to center, not before it goes out of play. Governor State sideline calling for a foul there. Schelsinger made that run up the far side. Has a foul called against Inga. It's Omar Inga from Sierra Leone. As we mentioned, only making his second start this season. 4 changes from the weekend for Matt Eggert's side. Total of 9 starters that appeared in the last, or started the last match against Governor State. Only 2 changes. For Viterbo, 4 changes as well from the weekend, and 8 starters from the last match appearing in this one, in the starting 11 as well. Ball launch forward, trying to pick out that of Alfaro, but over his head in a roll out of play. But Ted Holstein with a thunderous header in the 16th minute, assisted by Sebastian Acosta, makes it 1-1 here in the first round of the CCAC conference tournament. Of course, the winner will play the victor of Trinity Christian and St. Xavier on Saturday. Governor State gets the upset here. They'll be on the road pretty much the entire tournament. Ball played forward here as trying to get past goal and able to dispatch it is Schelsinger. Or my apologies, it's Mendez with his second. The call and the response as Pedro Mendez picks up his second goal of the afternoon, makes it 2-1, and just like that, Governor State back in front. Did not take long, only about 3 minutes after the Holstein header. And Mendez nets his second. So once again, Viterbo having to play from behind here. Acosta lays this one forward. Comes down and take it down in the box. This one clears the fence on the near sideline. Will be a throw-in once again. As Alfaro gets it off the flick from the opponent. He's asking for a foul, but nothing from the official. Puertas tries to head this one back. Tries to slide it forward. The offside flag is up, however, with Ronmel Alfaro coming from behind. Last line of defense. Fans continue to make their way into this one. Here on this Wednesday afternoon, entering with the home side down a goal, as Pedro Mendez has slotted 2 in this one. Mendez, he entered today with only 2 goals this season. His last goal most recently against St. Ambrose on October 28th, as now he has 2 here this afternoon to put his side in front. Costa plays it back to Eichhorn. He flipped out of bounds and it'll result in a throw-in for Governor State. Governor State all-time 5-3 in the conference tournament. First time making it again in 2021. Made their way to the final before falling to Olivet Nazarene. Then back-to-back seasons of losing in the quarterfinal round. And then last year, of course, sweeping the whole thing and winning their first conference tournament title. This one shot from distance well over goal and into the parking lot again. First sub on as Ronmel Alfaro will come off. And Sebastian Ortiz will take his place. Sub on for Governor State as well, as Antonio will make his way off, being Jose Antonio. It was a little bit different than the first time these two teams played. Governor State was already up 3-0 in the 23rd minute of the match before Viterbo would answer with Joaquin Eichhorn slotting in a penalty kick to make it 3-1 before heading into the break. You know, you'll watch back at that match, and a couple of those goals probably could have been avoided. A couple of defensive miscues by Viterbo. As the official going to be talking with both sides. Yohan Gallardo comes on for Jose Antonio. Gallardo, one of the deadlier away goal scorers in conference play for Governor State. He has slotted home 3 this season. Gallardo with a brace against St. Ambrose most recently, as we said, against the Fighting Bees, a 7-1 victory for Governor State, their second to last match. As he'd rowboat to it, tries to get this one 4. It'll be flown out of play. Off the wrong side of his foot, perhaps. Throw in here for Berghardt. Official asks him to make his way back a little bit more than where he was when he tried to take the throw-in. Ball comes back to Barambos. He'll try to slide this one forward to the far side, and maybe a little wind assist as Stewart inadvertently heads this one out of play, resulting in a corner here for Governor State. Tiamatso over to take this one. Trying to make it a 3-1 Governor State lead here in the first half. Holstein able to get ahead to it and get it as far back as Inga, who will fly this ball into the parking lot as well. If you take a look at the box score in that match against Governor State, Viterbo actually led almost all of the scores. This one turned on goal and well over the crossbar. 27 shots to 16, 8 corners to 3 in that one. Viterbo leading those statistical categories. That's where Gallego Gallego really shown 8 saves in that match to preserve the Governor State victory. Quick throw to be taken here by Acosta. He'll give it over to Torres to do the honors. He'll slide it back to Viterbo. Torres. Flag stays down. Ortiz tries to slot that one through, trying to pick out ahead. Be out of play, and it'll result in another throw in here for Viterbo. Pedro Mendez's 2 goals in this one so far put his side in front. Another ball sent to the back post. Trying to center, get it down to Ketsuk. Jostles it over goal. Was opened and on the volley, tried to slide it through. About 19 minutes left to play here in the first half. 2-1 Governor State in front here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. Viterbo trying to do what they've never done in conference tournament play ever since joining the CCAC 2 seasons ago, which is get past the quarterfinal round. 0-2 all time. This one slotted up in the air. Come back down to Ortiz, and before it's headed out of play by Barambos in defense. Ball thrown in far. Ortiz, closest man to it for Viterbo. Headed down. Costa slides it forward, trying to get it even a bit further by Eichhorn. Zinga able to almost clear it. The offside flag goes up once more, this time against Ortiz. Well, in the 4 prior meetings all time between these two sides, it only goes back to 2019. Of course, Governor State, that was their first season as a soccer program. There was a 2-1 win for Governor State in 2019. Then the next time they met was in conference play in 2023 with a 2-1 victory for Governor State as well. Ball launched forward. Eichhorn on the run. Can he come and get it? Not quite. As Gallego send this ball away. Out to midfield as Paquette Oliveira gets it through. Ball sent out wide here to Eichhorn inside the box. Looking for a lane to shoot. Tries to center it. Comes down to Ketsuk. Till it's cleared away as far as Puertas. Stewart tries to move the ball up the pitch. He'll be out of play. He'll be a throw-in for Stewart. About 17 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Till it's now out of play and a throw-in for the Jaguars. 2024, a 1-1 draw last season, then earlier this year, a 5-3 victory for Governor State. So numbers on their side, historically speaking, but they've never met in tournament play. As Jamie's trying to get this one forward, deflects off Eichhorn, keeps it in play. He drives in. Can he get a shot here? No, the defense able to clear it out. Now Governor State looking to move forward with it. Still dancing forward. Whole lot of room to run here. Open man on the left side, able to dish it off. Able to find it to Mendez. Scored twice already in this one. Pass a little soft, however, it'll be taken away. Viterbo trying to find that equalizer once again. Stewart slides it forward to Puertas. Crosses midfield. Before sliding it back to Ketsuk. Looks for Torres. Torres with the ball forward. Trying to get Oliveira, but Jaime's there for it, able to punch it away. Now Governor State looking to run. Ball pass forward to Dewart. Trying to get a ball to the near side before it's taken away. Another ball sent forward. Is able to get to it. Ortiz with an opportunity here. Can he pick somebody out? He'll shoot. Deflected by Gallego, who's able to get back in goal. Dives to his left to make the stop. And now the offside flag goes up. As almost a disastrous move by Gallego in goal to come out and try to stop that one. Sebastian Ortiz denied. Part is able to win the 50-50 ball. Slotted forward to Ketsuk. Looks out wide to Eichhorn. Eichhorn into the box. Tries to shoot and has it deflected. Defender may have taken that one a little low. Ball slung forward by Gallardo. Finding nobody. Viterbo. Back to it. Trying to play it out wide here to Ortiz again. He's on to it. Flashes across the face of goal. Need away. Sent back towards the middle part of the field. Part is able to play it down. Gets it off. Here's Ortiz again. Fires one across the face of goal. Dragging it way wide. Trying to pick out Eichhorn or Piquet Oliveira racing across. Two more subs to come on for Viterbo and two for Governor State. About 14 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Pedro Mendez with a pair of goals, one in the second minute to put him in front and then to put him back in front in the 19th. Ted Holstein's header, the only goal right now for Viterbo. This one comes through. And Rego Zapata close to it. Johan Hamstrom on for Joaquin Eichhorn. As you hear Diaz for Omar Inga. Tom Klinert for Tyler Dewart. And Rego Zapata for Acosta. Torres able to hustle to it. Holstein looking, or Ketsuk looking to dish it off. Gets it to the far side. About 12 minutes left to play here in the first half. Governor State up by 1 goal. Here's Hamstrom breaking forward. Trying to get past the defender. He goes down hard and a foul called as Jaimes puts an elbow into him, brings down the attacking run of Hamstrom. Johan Hamstrom. In the last match, he did not appear against Governor State earlier this year. Only played 11 minutes against Judson in the weekend clash. An opportunity like this eventually led to a Viterbo goal early on in this side. Nobody over there, however, will roll out of play. Both teams playing for a chance at another 90 minutes this Saturday. Of course, the other matches here this afternoon. St. Ambrose taking on Olivet Nazarene at 6 o'clock, the 1 seed versus the 8 seed. Winner of that will face the 5 or the 4 with Holy Cross and Judson. Clean play there. Slotted forward. Has now breaking with it. Top by Ken Oliveira. Viterbo able to regain possession. Stoppage in play will result in Ethan Stewart coming off. Coming on will be Emil Larson. Here in the 38th minute of the opening half. Governor State with a goal advantage here. The first round CCAC conference tournament. Trying to make it to the semifinals. They've made it last season and even a bit further. Jaime is able to play this out, resulting in a throw-in for Viterbo as Larson will make his way over, or Hamstrom make his way over to it. Throw it into Katsuk. Andre Katsuk, moments ago, hit the crossbar on his free kick. Almost made this one even. A great ball forward to Ortiz. A little misplay by Gallegos, but defense able to pick him up. Schelsinger slides this forward. He'd robo. Play it down. He'll look back to his goaltender in Tashide. Some open room to run is Hamstrom. Up the right side with it. Tries to slot it forward, deflected right back to him. He'll cut in this time. Slides it to Katsuk. Katsuk into the box. Gets it out wide. Larson tries to slot it in, and it'll be out for a corner. The Governor State defender down. Part is ready to take it, or my apologies. Oliveira ready to take this corner, but we have a man down. I believe it is Cassidy Schelsinger. Freshman from Canberra, Australia. It's been dynamite so far, getting that ball forward on the far side of the pitch, where he's been roaming. But the winner of this match will take on either San Xavier or Trinity Christian. That match going on later tonight. Of course, Trinity Christian announcing that their school will be closing at the end of the 2026 season. So in the spring of 26. So one last go around for the Trolls here. Ball launched in from the corner, heading towards the back post. Headed down, trying to flick it on. Ball remains loose in the box until Governor State able to clear once again. Racing with it now is Matzo up the left side. Torres is trying to cut him off. And still Matzo pushing forward. Numbers in Governor State's favor. Till Holstein there. My apologies. That's Emma Larson. 17, 18, and 19. You know, we've been saying it all year long, those three. We've gotten those names right. Partis turning it over. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Clean tackle there by Torres. Now Hamstrom pushing forward. It'll be flicked out of bounds. Last moment there by Alex Berghardt. freshman from Salzburg, Austria. Talk about it here at the NAI level. Tons of players coming from all across the globe. Ketsuk able to flick this one forward. Jaime is able to win it. Dish it off to the far side. Ball played in. Governor State remaining relentless, however. So Marcelo Puertas able to dispatch this one out of play. About 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Pair of Pedro Mendez goals puts his side in front, 2-1. Viterbo looking to come from behind. Of course, this one will have overtime, unlike regular season matches. Can't end in a draw here. As Viterbo once again pressing forward. Ortiz now inside the box, lays it across the face of goal until Gallegos comes out to collect it inside his box. Very reminiscent of that match in the first go-around earlier this year. Viterbo leading a lot of statistical categories beside goals scored right now. As Costas Tashide will get to it. Hamstrom with a nice flick. Try to send Paquette Oliveira up the right side. One last touch, poked on a play by Gallardo. About 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in the first half. Viterbo looking to draw even to send it 0-0 at the break. Had plenty of opportunities here in the first half, ever since going down by that goal. Closest so far, Andriy Ketsuk's free kick that pinged off the crossbar. Here's Torres. Slides it forward to Paquette Oliveira. Loft this one in, played down by Jaimes till it's cleared out. Far back as Ted Holstein, goal scorer for Viterbo off of a corner in this one. Robo. Forward to Marego Zapata. Another ball in. Paquette Oliveira. Can he get on goal? Not quite. It's now loose and turned just over the crossbar. Back here at the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex, a new 45 minutes up on the board here for the second half. 2-1 pair of goals by Pedro Mendez, putting his Jaguars in front, not once but twice in this one, after a Ted Holstein header. Drew it even in the 16th minute. Mendez would do it once more. So 45 minutes to determine a winner. Barring, of course, overtime and penalty kicks. Now those two are in play. The only thing that changes now, the team in orange move from left to right on your screen, as for the team in white, right to left. Viterbo trailing by 2 goals. They've been, according to the numbers, more proficient in the attack. 11 shots to Governor State's 6, and 7 of which being on goal to Governor State's 2. But, of course, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how many goals are slotted into the back of that net. Here's Eichhorn. Plays it forward here. Able to pick out Larson. Tries to get around Jaimes. He'll try to center one. He'll be out for a corner. Viterbo already able to put in a goal from the corner early on in this one. Can Oliveira will take this corner to try to put his side even. Somebody can get ahead on it, of course. Ball lofted in, comes down, and it's another header from Holstein. In fact, they're going to say that it is going to be negated. The goal will not count for Holstein and company. And almost what was a dream start for Viterbo to begin the second half has now been turned off. Saying that there is a foul in the build-up to the play, to the goal. I believe somebody bumping into the goaltender, Mateus Gallego, in that aerial. And just like that, the highest of highs to the diminishing lows here to begin the half. Now Viterbo will look to answer once again and try to do it cleanly this time around. As Inga brings down Eichhorn. And a foul call will set up another free kick here. Andriy Ketsuk was centimeters, even possibly millimeters, from drawing even in the first half from a free kick. Hitting it off the crossbar. As he'll look once again to try to put his side in front. As Gallego waits in goal, putting his wall where he wants them to be. As here it comes, another ball in, and it floats over the goal. But a promising start, to say the least, for the Viterbo side here in the second half, able to put the pressure on early. Of course, the foul on the header, or the lead up to the header from Ted Holstein, keeps this match at 2-1. Governor State now looking to get another goal to make that deficit a little bit deeper for Viterbo. Ball will bounce out of play and will be a throw-in. As As we mentioned, the winner of this one will face the winner of Trinity Christian and St. Xavier. That match tonight, 7 o'clock. Of course, the other two, St. Ambrose against Olivet Nazarene. Olivet Nazarene, of course, a stellar season for them, going unbeaten in conference play this year. Walked to a perfect 10-0 record against the other 11 sides in the conference. And of course, Holy Cross taking on Judson later on as well. About 40 minutes left to play here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. Of course, those semifinal matches will take place on Saturday, with the final a week from today. Ball thrown into the box, cleared out by Ketsuk. Race for it forward. Hamstrom tried to pick out Eichhorn. Viterbo remaining tough in defense. Numbers forward for him here. This will be cleared out all the way to the softball field. Sebastian Ortiz causing problems there on the far right side. Sun beaming down here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. Nearly a perfect day in the sky, only a couple of clouds. That wind howling, but not a bad afternoon whatsoever as Paquette Oliveira will stand over this ball. A foul was called before it could be dispatched out of play. Paquette Oliveira with the right foot, lost it into the box, the back post, can't pick out anybody. As Viterbo calling for a shove defensively, but no call from the official. Said he did not see anything out of the ordinary. As a yellow card will be shown to Marcelo Puertas. As he is pleading to the official about the non-call, if there was a call. In fact, looks like they'll give it to, be credited to Ted Holstein, in fact. Viterbo down by a goal. Sense the frustration after having what they thought could have been, should have been the equalizing goal to begin the second half. Called away due to a foul inside the box, and then when they believe that one should have been called in their favor, nothing is called as the offside flag goes up on the run from Sebastian Ortiz. Both teams looking to advance in the CCAC tournament. Governor State trying to reclaim their title, or trying to keep hold of their conference tournament title after winning it all last season. Viterbo coming in as the 2 seed, feeling as if they're the righteous holders of the number 2 seed and should advance. Here's Schelsinger spinning his way forward until going down just outside the box until a flag comes up as Diego Viterbo takes down Schelsinger. We've got 38 minutes to decide a victor in this one, barring overtime, additional time, extra time. And on top of that, potential penalty kicks as well, which would possibly go in favor of Governor State. They are a perfect 2 of 2 in penalty kicks this year, but Viterbo 4 of 5 from the spot. A majority of those being taken by Jokubas Jankowskis, however, who, as we mentioned, out with a leg injury sustained a couple of weeks ago. And doing it it all without their number one goalkeeper, Peter Caleno. Of course, will be out for this one, and if they advance, will have to be out for the match on Saturday as well. Picking up 2 red cards this season, most recently against Judson in their most recent match. Ken Oliveira talking to the side official. Even more discussion in the middle part of the pitch inside the box. The Viterbo side. And now another card will be dispatched by Diego Idrobo. Jose Antonio stands over this one. He'll move the ball back a little bit. The discretion of the official. Assumed it'd get a little physical here in the first round of the CCAC conference tournament. Governor State trying to make it a 3-1 lead here if this ball can be placed perfectly. 2-man wall as Costas Tashide stands over it in the shadow of goal. Anticipating a ball towards that back post. Antonio ready to take it, however. Ball curled in and just over top of goal. Threat neutralized for the moment for Viterbo. Of course, they do need themselves an equalizing goal, and then from there on after. Had plenty of opportunities in the first half. A couple of them there late, but unable to turn one in. Closest one so far is Ketsuk's free kick, as a hard tackle on the far side is going to call the eye of the official. Foul against Jaden Weffel. About 37 minutes left to play. Another spot kick here for Governor State. Another 2-man wall in defense. Ball lofted in, headed away, however, by the Viterbo defense. Looking to break with it. Ball sent forward. Played down. Eichhorn goes down. He's asking for a foul. And he'll get it. I think that Jaime's in defense caught a piece of him, preventing an opportunity for him to move forward with possession. Set to have a sub on, however, for Viterbo. Looking for the equalizing goal. Down by 1. Play it back to Holstein. Slips it out wide. Now back to Holstein. Looks for Idrobo. Sends it to the near side, picking out Emma Larson. He'll slot it forward to Eichhorn. Eichhorn trying to get past his defender. Ball remains loose. He goes down inside the box as it's collected by Gallego. As we mentioned, a lot like that first match. Viterbo leading shots on goal in those categories, corner kicks. Eichhorn anticipating that he would have been called for offsides, lets that one through. Ball sent forward to Idrobo. Is able to scoop it up. Eichhorn tactically walks this ball back. Viterbo tries to get it back to Shide. Slots it forward to Ketsuk. Tries to flick it. Viterbo with another ball forward. Picking out Emma Larson. He'll set it all the way across to the far side of the pitch. Wide open for Weffel. He cuts in here. Tries to flick it to the near side. Long run. Unable to keep it in, however, is Larson. About 35 minutes left to play here from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. Round 1. CCAC Conference Tournament. 8 teams enter. 1 team will enter victorious. Whole lot of scoring in the first half, about the first 20 minutes of the first half. Viterbo with plenty of opportunities. Governor State with the lead, electing to play back a little bit as Paquette Oliveira sends this one forward. Flag remains down. Here's Sebastian Ortiz, tries to turn one on goal, but Gallego able to collect it with his gloves. Ortiz this season does have himself 1 goal. Plethora of goal scorers here at home for Viterbo. As Viterbo is going to make his way off the pitch here. As coming on will be Arnaud Perot-Ouiet. French defender. Graduate all the way from France, calling upon him here late in this one. As Viterbo listed as a senior defender, as we mentioned, made his 3rd start of the season in this one. As the Jaguars remain in front, not a bad start from him in this one for Viterbo. Wind whistles the ball in the air, comes down. Ortiz trying to flick this one, trying to get this ball forward. So here's Inga, another man making only his 2nd start this year. Trying to bounce outside, ball launched in, deflected, and it hits the side netting, resulting in a corner here for Governor State. Corley taken wide. Shot turned on goal and well over the crossbar. Sub on for Governor State being Mattia Mazzo for Cassidy Shellsinger. He's been beat up quite a bit in this one. And Inga is going to get called for the foul there. Alex Berghardt with that most recent shot attempt. Turning it well wide. Ball played forward. Sebastian Ortiz trying to get around his defender. Have to grab hold of it. Slots it back. Shot from distance. Deflected away. Johan Hemstrom trying to get that ball forward. Stoppage and play before we could get a throw in as Hamstrom is going to come off. And back on is Sebastian Acosta. Acosta with the assist in this one. As Eichhorn just a little bit behind the run. Almost able to keep this ball forward, however. Emma Larson with a header. Trying to get out wide here to Eichhorn. Eichhorn blocked on his shot attempt. Comes back to Holstein. Had a header and had one denied in this one. Ball sent to the back post, well over everybody. Eichhorn will chase after, try to keep it in play. He won't get there. Governor State trying to make it 4 straight victories in CCAC conference tournament play. Got the right man at the helm in Matt Egert, who has been the coach all 7 seasons of the Governor State men's soccer program. He's led them to those 5 victories, as well as a conference title. As here's Ortiz, flashes this one, and it'll be well over the goal and out of play. About 30 minutes left to play here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex, 2-1. All the goals in the first half. Governor State in front, thanks to Pedro Mendez with a pair of goals. One in the second minute, one in the 19th. Viterbo looking for some late magic here in this one. As Gallardo try to head that one forward. Puertas plays it back. Holstein with some room to run. Slots it forward. Puertas trying to chip it forward. Pecan Oliveira was his intended target, was headed away. Now looking to move with it, Alex Berghardt. He passes it back. 3 defenders challenging. And Viterbo able to come away with a throw-in. Thrown into Ortiz, will be headed out of play. It'll be another throw-in just a little bit further down that far sideline. Jane Weffel. Tosses it in. Pecan Oliveira lofts it in the air. Eichhorn collected by Gallego. Ball sent to some open space and chasing after it. Zanavima Larson. Andriy Ketsuk, the Ukrainian. Here's Eichhorn, goes down on top of it, still tries to keep this ball forward for Viterbo. His best effort, Martin Barambos passes it back, now the ball forward. Ketsuk under it, heads it in the air. Chests it down, tries to, or my apologies, it's Puertas, he's battling. He'll be taken down hard here by Juan Gallardo. Toss out wide to Weffel. Cuts through one man. Prowiet chases after it here. About 27 minutes left to play from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. So here is Holstein. My apologies, Emma Larson. The Scandinavian trio out there. 17, 18, and 19. Larson, Holstein, and Hamstrom. It's a free kick here to be taken by Sebastian Acosta. He's already been on one end of the goal. The only goal for Viterbo in this one. It's from a corner. He'll try again. Another ball lofted in. Punched straight up in the air and out of play by Gallego, and a result in a corner now for Sebastian Acosta. One corner already in the half taken. That was put in by Holstein, was called back due to a foul. For that, we have a pair of subs coming on in for both sides. Luis Torres Enriquez for Sebastian Ortiz. And Yahir Diaz for Pedro Mendez. Ball sent in, punched away by Gallego. Sent out a play coming our way. Quick throw in. Paquette Oliveira tries to slot it forward. Inga there to it. Tries to get his ball forward. Here's Enriquez and Torres Enriquez trying to get that ball through. As now Ketsuk flashes it across goal, and it's collected by Gallego. Luis Torres Enriquez this season playing in now his 14th match. Does not have a goal, does have an assist this year. Viterbo looking for somebody to step up, try to pull their team even. As Eichhorn takes down Jaimez. He remains down. Ruled it as a clean tackle. But the senior from Caracas, Venezuela is up, just taking his time. Jaimez able to dispatch 2 goals in their 5-3 victory earlier this season against Viterbo. Throw in. Flicked over the head. Ketsuk, the closest man to it, able to take some defenders going the wrong way. He'll fire from distance, and this one well off the mark. So Inga will come off. As the Governor's State will go to Jeffrey Agboku, junior from Togo, Africa. An imposing 6'7" figure up front. He is listed as a forward. Make sure no corners are taken with that man running up front. As Gallardo tries to get this ball forward. Perouillet able to get to it. He'll push forward. 23 minutes left to play here from the outdoor athletic complex. Beautiful lacrosse, Wisconsin on this Wednesday afternoon. The first round of the CCAC conference tournament. The quarterfinal. Best 8 teams from the conference all duking it out. Viterbo coming in as the 2 seed, trailing by 1 goal. Ball lifted in, headed on by Paquette Oliveira. Just unable to get enough on it, however. Gallego will take this goal kick. Fires it forward, trying to pick out Ogboku. Comes back to Viterbo, however. Trying to play it in some open space on the left side. Larson slots it forward. Here is Eichhorn. Eichhorn with his fair share as he chips this one in! My goodness. Joaquin Eichhorn putting his team on his right foot and somehow getting that one to sneak past Gallego in goal, and we are all even, 2 apiece. Seen a lot of Eichhorn goals this season, but that's got to top the list. Makes it 2-2 here with 22 minutes left to play from what was seemingly nothing. Now looking for more. Torres Enriquez trying to make something happen. Able to steal it away on the initial kickoff. But now Governor State looking for a response. They've done it once already. Pedro Mendez back in the 19th minute. Joaquin Eichhorn once again, the goal scorer moments ago in the 68th minute to make it 2-2. Now Viterbo looking for one more. Trying to pick out Paquette Oliveira. Can't quite find it to him. It's Larson able to take this one away for a moment. Ping around. Torres with the last touch. Be out of play. Throw-in will be taken. Torres Enriquez is tying his cleat. He's back up. Ball sent down to Okboku, closest man in the vicinity. Governor State. Ball slotted forward here to Eichhorn. He's onside still. Comes loose. Ball remains loose. Cleared off the goal line, and now it's put in by Paquette Oliveira. The flag stays down. As it sits right now, it counts. The official will talk on the far side. As Mateus Gallego remains down, as Eichhorn, one final touch, he's able to pounce on it. And Eichhorn slid in and jarred the ball loose. It was a great stop on the line originally. And they will disallow the goal. Two disallowed goals here in the second half for Viterbo. That one, I can understand why that one was called back. Got rules analyst Juan up here. Brother of No Way. So I think it's safe to say that everything he told me, he learned from you. Give him a little shout out. But 20 minutes, 47 seconds left to play. As the goaltender Gallego is back up. So a disallowed goal once again here in the second half against Viterbo. As Eichhorn, Gallego with possession of the ball before Eichhorn slid in to jostle it loose. Paquette Oliveira able to clean it up. But the goal will not stand. Mateo Torres back on for Jaden Weffel. What a monstrous goal from Joaquin Eichhorn from distance. Draws even 2-2. A Turbo team that has really controlled possession in this match. Have now been rewarded for their persistence. But now they look for one more. Time is. Heads this one up in the and gets this one up in the air. Emma Larson with a touch, pushing it out of play. Now we'll have ourselves a pair of subs on for Governor State. As Jeffrey Okboku will make his way off. Omar Inga back on as well. Joining him, Pedro Mendez and Tyler Dewart will come off. Eichhorn tries to send this one far down the pitch to Torres Enriquez. About 20 minutes left to play here from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. At least waiting for extra time to be added on. If it is still 2-2, but here's an opportunity as down in the box is Paquette Oliveira. He's looking for a foul, but he will not get it. Now another man down for Governor State, and that'll be Abraham Jaimes. Senior from Venezuela, pretty banged up here in the second half. Has already gone down once on a big tackle from Joaquin Eichhorn. Two more subs scheduled to come on, one of them being Ronmel Alfaro, and the other one looks like it'll be Cassidy Schelsinger. About 19 minutes left to play here in the second half. 2-2 the score. Quite the curtain raiser for the CCAC conference tournament. He's had a whole lot of matches later tonight. St. Ambrose at Olivet Nazarene, Judson at Holy Cross, and Trinity Christian at St. Xavier. As Puertas trying to scoop this one up and roll forward with it. Torres Enriquez up the far right side. He's able to keep it in play. He'll race it to the corner here. He'll center it. Is Eichhorn there? Not quite. Just out of reach. Stars are going to try to send this one in quick. But as that ball went out of bounds, the official gives the okay to bring in the two subs. 18 minutes left to play here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex, at least for regulation time. Full 90. I'm not sure if it goes straight to penalty kicks or if there is the extra 30 minutes, right? Bounding ball falls to the feet of Perouillet. Will be a throw-in for him. Give it up to Larson. Give it back to Perouillet. Plays it all the way back to Costas Tashide. Paquette Oliveira slides it forward. Costa, all he can do is pass it back to Holstein. Another build-up in the making for Viterbo. Ball almost able to find its way to Ronmel Alfaro up the right side. Be cleared out of play and a throw in here for Torres. Gets it into Acosta, flicks it back to him. Torres cuts in. Gets it out wide to Larson here. Larson centers it. Trying to pick out the foot of somebody. Eichhorn, the closest man to it with a couple touches. Ball turned on goal, deflected. Alfaro, a great block defensively to keep that one out of goal. I believe it was Jose Antonio who was able to get to it at the last moment to keep Alfaro out of goal. Corner here for Acosta. He'll slide this one in. Comes down and blocked away as Andriy Ketsuk was closest to it, but we've got a foul call. It'll be a penalty kick here for Viterbo. Chance to turn the match on its head. It'll be the first time. It could be. You know, we knock on wood. Don't want to jinx either side here. It looks like Joaquin Eichhorn will be the man to take it. Eichhorn from the spot, a perfect 3 of 3 this year. Scored a penalty against Governor State in their last match against each other on October 22nd. Already one dazzling goal in this one. He'll try to secure a brace and put his team in front. Matthias Gallego needs his best stuff here to keep this one out of the back of the goal. As he dances on the goal line. Eichhorn with the okay. He'll take it. And he puts it in. For the first time this afternoon, Viterbo leads Governor State. It's 3-1 with 16 minutes left to play. Be all hands on deck for Governor State in the final 16 minutes now. As we stated, history on Governor State's side, of course. Viterbo has never beaten Governor State. And they'll need some magic here at the Outdoor Athletic Complex to pull themselves even and potentially pull back in front here in the final 16 minutes of this one. Joaquin Eichhorn, pip of power. Pair of goals. Ball sent goal side as Gallegos able to get to it. Ronmel Alfaro causing havoc. They're calling upon Alfaro to clear out, and a yellow card will be given to Alfaro. A bit of time wasting, perhaps. Viterbo trying to secure their first conference tournament victory. Program history here since joining the CCAC 2 seasons ago. Gallego sends the ball forward. Had it up in the air. Players floundering for the ball, trying to get to it. And a foul going to be called against Eichhorn here with the latest touch of a defender. Ball sent to the far side, cutting in, cleared out by the Viterbo defense all the way to Eichhorn. So here's Eichhorn. Numbers in his favor on his side. Be cleared out of play, however, by Jaimes. 14 minutes, 30 seconds left from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. Schelsinger receives the throw-in. Heavy collision, will be out of play. And Portis called for the foul. Schelsinger drops it. Saeed Sibai will launch this one forward. Comes down inside the box. Cleared out by Viterbo, as far back as Sibai. Roll out of play, resulting in a throw-in here for Viterbo. In no rush to take it, however, as Inga will make his way over to it. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Think about collegiate soccer, there's no additional time. At the end of the 13 minutes, that'll be it. Gago able to collect it. Inga plays it out wide here to Schelsinger. Portis able to steal it away. He gets shoved down. Easy foul call for the official. As here's Eichhorn trying to slot it forward. Turned away. Plays it to the far side. Collecting it is Berghard. Governor State trying to move it forward. Well, it's been a physical match from the very beginning of this one. Until late here in this one, both teams going at one another here late. Of course, the Viterbo faithful down here in this near corner. Made a lot of noise for the home side, especially after the Eichhorn goals in this one. It was a party on the pitch. Some of those guys got up and overcome with emotion, part of the celebration. As Governor State looking to equalize. Hymas looks to the far side. He continues his run until he fouls, going to bring down a man. "11 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in this one from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. It's only if Governor State cannot find an equalizer. It's Jose Antonio. Try to swing this one in. This Governor State man goes down to the box, trying to draw the eye of the official, to no avail. Inga fires from distance, well off the mark. Two more subs set to come on for Governor State here. But Pedro Mendez with a goal in the second minute put Governor State in front. Then Ted Holstein for Viterbo. Off of a corner from Sebastian Acosta, made it 1-1. Final goal of the first half came in the 19th minute with Pedro Mendez beating Tashide in goal to make it 2-1. And then after a couple of opportunities for Viterbo, finally Joaquin Eichhorn from distance with a colossal goal to draw even. And then he did it once again from the spot to make it 3-2 in the 74th minute of the match. Since then, it has been as physical can get in soccer. Both sides. You can tell there's a little disdain for one another. Of course, Governor State getting the better of Viterbo early on in the regular season. Viterbo having never won against Governor State in their 4 prior matchups. As Katsuk trying to get that ball over his head, hit him square in the face. little shove there, however, by Viterbo. Freshman defender out of Mela, Thailand. As Eichhorn here with it. Double team, loses a handle. Inga. 10 minutes left to play from La Crosse, Wisconsin here in this quarterfinal matchup. The defending champs on the ropes here. Viterbo trying to pick up their first conference tournament victory since joining the CCAC. Chance to run here for Governor State. Ball sent to the near side. Here's Mendez. He's already scored twice in this one. Sends it out wide to Bo. Bo centers it into the box. Comes down. A shot. Looks like it's just got on the bottom side of the foot on the shot attempt. As Larson sends this one. Launches one into the box to Shide. He's to it. He'll get on top of it. And running up front is Gallardo, the Ecuadorian. Ball forward here. Is Alfaro able to get to it? He's trying to battle his way. He goes down inside the box. And Eichhorn will make his way off the pitch after an incredible performance here in the quarterfinal round. To a serenade of cheers, hugs, handshakes, high fives. He'll take 3 goals along with him. That'll surely secure another 90 minutes for his Viterbo side. He'll be right here on Saturday, awaiting the winner of St. Xavier and Judson. Two teams, they have one team they've beaten on the road, and the other one most recently against Judson, lost in their final match of the regular season. Here's Larson. Trying to add some salt in the wound. He goes down hard. It is not Eichhorn's first hat trick, however. Last season against Calumet in a 13-0 victory, he did slot 3 goals home. A red card is shown to Pedro Mendez. He'll make his way off. So with a pair of goals, he'll take a pair of cards with him. Now down to 9 men, the Governor State side. Here in the 82nd minute of the match, it is 4-2 in favor of the V-Hawks. What will look like a come-from-behind victory. Governor State down to only 9 now. Andrei Ketsuk tries to curl this one over the wall. It'll hit the back netting defending the parking lot. As now Roberto Yepes emptying his bench here late. As Tanner Hall will sub on for Viterbo as well. And here on Saturday, of course, barring a incredible comeback from Governor State, predicting snow in the forecast, so that'll make it a lot of fun up here. Juan saying, well, my brother will be back, so then I got to watch it from wherever. Zogboku trying to break forward with it. Slides it back to Inga. Trying to get it wide. Pair of red cards puts Governor State down, a pair of men. And now Viterbo trying to run roughshod. Tanner Hall, massive collision. Official says to play on as Tyler Dewart collides with him. Sends all the way back to Tashide, who will be in goal for the semifinal match as well, due to Peter Caleno going down with a pair of red cards this season. Final 6 minutes in this one. Ball launched forward. Headed back, and Torres on the run with it. The right side. Slide it on back here. That's Perowiet. Light pass back to Puertas. Agboku with his large frame, able to work past a Viterbo defender. Ball will roll out of play. It'll be a throw in on the far side for Viterbo. Final 5 minutes and 20 seconds in this one. I don't know if they hand out individual player or man of the match awards in the CCAC tournament, but I think Joaquin Eichhorn has gotten that one. As a team, according to Juan, our team insider, rules analyst, cameraman, and producer in this one. Potentially a final push here for Governor State, as Bo is going to take down a Viterbo V-Hawk. And another card will be dispersed here. This time to Lerbo. This point for Viterbo, it's making sure that everybody at full health for Saturday's matchup against either Trinity Christian or St. Xavier. They try to lock up a spot in the conference tournament championship. I don't know if Las Vegas is taking lines on who's the favorite in the tournament. Say Olivet Nazarene, probably up there. The 1 seed, undefeated in conference play. If Viterbo does face them, they'll have to head down south to Bourbonnais, Illinois. Bourbonnais. I'm sure we'll have to figure out the correct way to say that's a little town name. Ball left for Torres here. He's able to slide in, keep it on their half of the pitch. Torres still battling, still able to win it. He goes down hard. Foul called. Trying for one more to put a cherry on top of this one. Governor State, the defending tournament champions, down to 9 men and down by 2 goals. Johan Hamstrom stands over this ball. Appears to be one more sub left for Yepes' Viterbo side, waiting in the wing. Only really only 3 men forward for Viterbo. Everybody else hanging back. Waiting the okay from the official. Now we'll play on. Play it shortly. Walking it to the corners. Puertas. He'll fire it in the direction of goal. Cleared out defensively by Tom Clinert. About 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to play here from Lacrosse. Ball out wide, Sebastian Ortiz once more. On his left foot, cuts in, now on his right, inside the box, going to curl this one. Nowhere close to finding the back of the goal. Sun continues to sink a little lower in the sky here from the outdoor athletic complex. It'll bring an end to the day and an end to this match as well. I would imagine that Saturday's match here for Viterbo will likely start at the same time, about 1 o'clock. Winner of that match, whether it be Viterbo, St. Xavier, or Trinity Christian, will face the best team from the opposite side of the bracket with a chance for conference glory. Of course, it's on to the postseason for the champion in that regard, the NAIA tournament, the national tournament. About 2 minutes left to play from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. 4-2, a hat trick from Joaquin Eichhorn. Two from the penalty spot, 1 from open play. And that 1 from open play was as good of a goal as you'll ever see. Outside the 18-yard box, just kind of chipped it, a little float on it. Ball comes through, it's cleared out. Final minute 30. Nothing preventing Viterbo from running this one back. Shide fires it forward. The offside flag goes up, however, against Orrego Zapata. Orrego Zapata was the only other goal scorer against Governor State earlier this season. Eichhorn, as I mentioned, had himself a brace against Governor State, and now he's got himself the hat trick as well. The final minute. Turning, looking one final opportunity here for Governor State. It's cleared out. Still remains in their attacking half. Down to 9 men. As Laksani Gaines stands on this one. Try to toss it in. Now breaking forward with it is Ortiz. Racing this one to the corner, right against Alex Berghardt. The final 26 seconds, it'll be out. Be a goal kick for Gallego. Ortiz goes down. As Omar Inga will pass this one forward to Onkboku. And that'll do it. A 4-2 victory for Viterbo. They pick up their first ever CCAC conference tournament victory as they knock off the defending conference tournament champs, Governor State, 4-2. Highlighted by Joaquin Eichhorn's 3-goal performance in this one, as Viterbo on Saturday afternoon will host the winner of St. Xavier and Trinity Christian. We're guessing about 1 o'clock. I would say that time probably works best. Of course, there are no lights here at the Outdoor Athletic Complex, but a phenomenal victory come from behind fashion for Viterbo. Went down 2-1 at the end of the first 45 minutes, and then 3 goals after. All 3 by Joaquin Eichhorn, 2 from the spot, 1 from open play to make it 4-2. So on Saturday, they play for a spot in the conference tournament final. For now, they'll dance, and then they'll get back to work tomorrow for Saturday's match. But with that being said, for rules analyst, producer, team insider, better brother, no, if you're watching, still my number 1, I'm sorry. No. I'm Cooper Lipsky saying good night, so long. We'll see you again here Saturday afternoon as Viterbo advances in the CCAC Conference Tournament, a 4-2 victory in the quarterfinal round.